I have been wanting to do a full face of Fenty Beauty by Rihanna for a long time now. And the Sephora sale presented the perfect opportunity to spend too much money. So I did. We meet again here at one of my favorite places, my vanity. If you are a beauty girly like myself, then you already know what time of year it is. It is the most wonderful time of the year, and that is the Sephora sale. Best believe I'm a rouge. Shocker, I spent too much money at Sephora. We get it. So I was able to go on November 1st and get 20% off my Sephora purchase. It is currently still the sale. I think the sale goes till like Sunday or Monday, so get out there. Get your beauty shopping done. I went to Sephora, like I said, day one of the sale because things sell out. So I got my butt over there. I know how popular Fenty is. So I pretty much have something from every single category. I had a girl named Genesis who works at Sephora help me pick out all of the different shades. I kind of described to her what I was looking for, and she was such an angel. She was so good. Not all Sephora employees are created equal, okay? They're always helpful. She was extra helpful. So shout out Genesis. I appreciate you. A lot of the stuff I got was actually like new. She was like, oh, that's one of the new products. And I was like, she is just expanding. Rihanna has been killing it with Fenty. I have only ever tried 2 products. I have tried a lip oil and a setting powder, the lavender setting powder, probably 5 years ago. So I really honestly have not experimented with this brand, but as a minority woman, I want to support minority women-owned brands. And she's never claimed it's accessible, okay? But I, a few weeks ago, popped into Sephora and I was like feeling all the products and I was like, this is like kind of accessible in an unexpected way. So that's what we're going to talk about. You know, I've done this review on Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez, and I'm going to approach this similarly, obviously reviewing this makeup line as a blind makeup lover who, for all intents and purposes, when it comes to applying makeup, am completely blind. This mirror is simply for aesthetic purposes. She is useless to me. So I am not going to be reviewing like the pigmentation and if it's patchy and the finish and things like that. I am reviewing it from the perspective of how accessible is it to me as somebody who can't see the products. So let's jump into it now. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I do have a spray tan, which still means I'm very, very ghostly white, but slightly less so. Like literally, okay, my usual fake tan shade. This is the foundation I typically use when I have a fake tan. It's the Too Faced in shade Vanilla. Vanilla is my fake tan shade. So I'm still very white. So I decided there's 3 foundations. There's the tinted moisturizer, the matte, and then the newest one, which is a medium coverage but buildable from my understanding what Genesis shared. And it is like a more glowy, dewy finish, which is my preference with foundation. My everyday is the NARS, NARS Radiant Light. So this compared to something like my usual, this is probably filthy because I use it. This one is round, which means if I knock it over, which let's be real, I do from time to time, it just rolls right away. Whereas I love that this has a bunch of flat edges. So if I do knock it over, it will stay put on my vanity. And because of its unique shape, I will know exactly which foundation this is. So excited to try this out. When I use new base products, I like to use my hands. I like a beauty blender. I like a brush for foundation and concealer from time to time, but especially when I'm using a new product, I just want to go straight in with my hands because it allows me to really feel the texture that I'm working with. I did a little more than 1 full pump. Ooh, okay. Really nice thin texture. It might not exactly match my face, but we're trying to match my body. Very spreadable. Definitely thinner than I was expecting, but I like that. It feels very lightweight, even though it's apparently medium to buildable coverage. Okay, I've put it on. I haven't concealed yet, but it feels very lightweight. It feels very hydrating, which as a dehydrated skin girly, I like that. It does feel dewy, but not in like a oily, heavy, too hydrating way. So I really like the concealer. Whoa! See? Knocked it over. Point in case. Although wait, was the lid not on? Okay, there we go. She didn't roll away. We love that. Now, I bought 2 concealers. I do not know which one is which. I bought the hydrating one in a brighter shade for my under eyes and all around here. And then I bought my skin tone in the matte one, which is apparently like higher coverage, more full coverage for spot treatment. So I'm gonna try to touch them and oh, whoa, that's weird. It doesn't even stand up. It has to lay down. Now let's see if the concealers come in different packaging. They do. See, okay, this is what I like. I will always know exactly which one is which once I actually learn which one is which. So this one can clearly stand, this one cannot, but they are completely different shapes and the texture is different. This one feels like a matte texture. This one feels like a gloss texture. Now, that would lead me to believe that this one is the matte one and this one is the hydrating one. Okay, I'm intrigued. You're gonna have to read them and tell me which one's which.
Okay. More sharp angled one is the concealer, hydrating concealer.
Let me feel
and
that one.
The other one is instant retouch concealer. So that's the hydrating concealer.
That's the hydrating.
And then that's the normal, I guess.
Okay, good. That was my guess. Love this design. The more matte one is a matte texture and the hydrating one is a gloss texture. We love this. This is great. Amazing. There's brands that I say, like a brand that I love, for example, would be NARS. I love a lot of their products. However, all of their packaging feels the exact same. Even like their lip gloss and their creamy, radiant, creamy concealer, whatever. I can never remember the names. These two products, concealer, lip gloss, exact same container. There's no difference to touch. So I love brands that do really custom packaging. Every product is a little bit different. And obviously part of that is just like a brand aesthetic, but it does make it inherently more accessible for somebody like myself. Okay, we gotta blend this out now. Oh yeah, this also feels like very lightweight, very hydrating, but not in a heavy way. Love that. Okay. Now I should have added some like brightening effect to my eye area. Hopefully. That was the goal with this shade. And then this is going to be my spot treatment. I've been struggling really badly with adult acne for about 1.5 years now. You've heard me complain about it. This is the best my skin has been in 1.5 years. So I don't have like a ton to conceal right now. But, oh, here's an example. I've been using the NARS Pot Concealer. This thing conceals. That's been my go-to spot treatment, but that is in my non-spray tan shade. So I needed something in my spray tan shade. I'm gonna put it on my finger so I can feel where the acne is, and I'm gonna pat it in. What's annoying about acne is sometimes even after I can't feel them, you can still see some redness or scarring before it like fully goes away. So if I'm just like having a normal day, I don't really care. But if I am like doing work stuff, if I'm filming, have big meetings, then I do have to like ask a sighted person to make sure that I covered everything that needs to be covered. Setting powder. This is, as I said, one of the only products I've actually tried from the brand. This is a different shade. I got Butter. Love that name. 10 out of 10. Big fan of Butter here. The Irish Butter, Kerrygold, can't be beat. The spreadable one, fabulous. That's not what this video is about. Me just going on a butter rant. Anyways, I got the shade Butter, which she said is going to be translucent. We looked at the banana shade, like the brightening kind of yellow shade, but I'm too pale, so it would look like pull orange on me. But here we are with the Butter. As I said, have used this. I love, once again, the shape, because every other setting powder I use always tends to be like in a round container. So if, for example, I had this one that's translucent and I was somebody who could use the banana shade or something, it would be nice because I could easily tell which one was which. So satisfying. Okay. Now, I'm going to tap a little bit into here. It's always, again, hard when I'm using a new product to know like how much comes out at once when I'm shaking it. Did I get a good amount in there?
I think so. I think that was like a perfect amount right in the middle.
Great.
So I don't know how much it's supposed to be, but let's go with that and see.
We'll start with this and see. I am going to use one of the Real Techniques sponges. I love this sponge. It's a nice, what would this texture be? It's like a velvety texture. Really nice for setting. I always say I'm just going to set my under eyes and then I set everywhere. It's like I want the glowy hydration and then I just set it all. It's my own fault. But I am going to set where I might crease. Like my smile lines. A little bit just in the center of the brow. My under eyes don't feel as set as I usually do. That's what I like about powder when I do set, is I can feel the change in the texture on my skin when I touch my skin. And that's usually how I know if I have enough or too much. You know what? I think it's good. I know that Genesis said that when she uses this one, because I was like, does it crease? Like the hydrating concealer, does it crease under the eyes? And she was saying, ooh, it's not like, it's kind of locking.
Just a loose lock.
A loose lock. I'm not going to lie to you. We just cut to check on lunch. And while my boyfriend was doing that, I did just set the rest of my face. I just can't. It's like a texture thing. It's like I want that hydration and glow, but then I don't like how sticky it feels, even though this isn't super sticky. But what I like about this is that it doesn't make my skin feel dry. Some setting powders really do suck up all the moisture and make your skin feel dry. I still feel glowy and hydrated, but less sticky. So happy with that. Yeah, I asked Genesis if the hydrating concealer creases under the eyes. And she said she'll wear it without even setting it and totally good to go. So love that. Blush. I did not get a bronzer because my girly pop was telling me that there was like the cream bronzer and the powder bronzer. And I'm not a cream bronzer girl. I just don't have the talent or technique. But she was saying that the powder bronzers run a little orange, whereas the cream bronzers, they have really good cool undertones, and I wanted more of a cool undertone. So I just didn't want to buy something that I knew I probably wouldn't be happy with. So we're not going to go in with a bronzer. So we are going to go straight into powder blush. There is cream blush, but again, obviously I went with powder because that is my preference. Oh my goodness. There we go. These are hard to open. Not the easiest boxes. They also had the craziest stickers, some of them. But I'm obsessed with this blush. The shape of it is so cool. I think this is like a newer product. That's the back. I can feel a sticker.
Yeah,
there's the front. I love the shape. It is like a diamond shape, which is unique to any other blush I have. I have lots of square blushes. I have lots of round blushes. This is going to stand out and I will know exactly what product this is. And so easy to open. Ooh. It is so easy to open compared to a lot of my other products because of this ridge. There's like a lip here. So good. So if you had like dexterity issues, for example, I don't mean to keep calling out Too Faced because I actually think they have so many great designs that make their products super accessible in other ways. But the texture makes kind of make your fingers slip, and then you have this little heart latch, which is so stinking cute. But like genuinely, when I have products on my hands, oof, it's like very difficult to open. Love this blush though. So I am obsessed with this like latch detail where you can put your fingers in. For anybody with dexterity issues, upper limb differences, even honestly, like this would be the type of product. I have a lot of friends with upper limb differences, amputees, that kind of thing, and they use their mouth to open lots of things. This would be very easy to open with your mouth. This is the shade that I got, which sounds super pretty. I wanted something that was good for fall. My go-to fall shade is this one, which is from Estee Lauder, but you can see I have hit pan because I love it, but that is my current shade. But I do think that these are going to be highly pigmented, which is great. We love that. But fair skin, blindness, and highly pigmented can sometimes be challenging. I should have cleaned my makeup brushes. I didn't. I'm gross. I wanted to this weekend, and then I was like, I'm tired, so I didn't. But I will this weekend, I promise. So we're going to give this a go. I'm literally going to tap once, tap off the brush, and go in, and we will see how I do. You guys know overblending is my best friend. So this blush will last me forever, which is great. I have to say, the inclusivity of this brand is truly incredible, which is what you get when it is a minority-owned brand. I think all of us minorities, like, we think of not only our community, but other minority communities because we know what it is like to feel excluded. And I feel like the color selection obviously is 10 out of 10, like crazy amount of options for foundation and concealer shades, for powder shades, for bronzer shades. Like, it just is really such a wide range. And then I just feel like their marketing, like, they do a great job. I've talked about this a little bit. I don't talk about it a ton. I do consulting for corporate on inclusive marketing practices, as well as inclusive, accessible product packaging and product design, which is kind of the lens I'm coming to this conversation with. So definitely, like, big fan of the brand, which is why I wanted to make sure to try it out and share it with you guys, my thoughts, but also financially support it. I want to financially support, not that they need my support, like, they are crushing it, but I like to financially support brands that I think are worth supporting. Woo! See? I literally knocked it over again, twice in one video. I wasn't kidding. I knocked products over. Shiny. This is very clearly, to me, highlighter. Very nice. This is the rose gold shade. There was like an icy champagne-y white shade in this. I was a little worried that this would still read too dark on my fair skin, even with my fake tan. But Genesis assured me, so I'm trusting her. I'm gonna put a little down the bridge of my nose. A little on the Cupid's bow, which is so, my boyfriend the other day called it my Cupid's bone.
I thought it was bone.
I was like, you are so cute. The Cupid's bone. Adorable.
That's what Elsie thinks it is.
And then a little on the top of the cheekbone, a little over the brow, just to blend it out. This is apparently a new product. I don't know, but I'm very excited. This is an eyeshadow stick, which I've been really, really into cream shadows. For example, oh my God, I have so much product in here. I love this one from Trini London, which is a cream pot shadow, like a shimmery light gold topper. And then also back here, obsessed with these Eyes to Mesmerize ones. Oh, it's not even what I pulled out. This one's great too, though. This one's Auric Beauty. But my favorite cream shadows I've tried are the Eyes to Mesmerize ones from Charlotte Tilbury. They're so moussey, they're so whippy, which when I'm applying it with my finger makes it so spreadable, so easy for me to blend out, to feel where product is. Just obsessed. I wanted to try the stick to see if this kind of has that same vibe. And because I'm a cool undertone, I wanted to try to get like a cool undertone shade because I usually wear a lot of bronzes, golds, champagnes, browns, like warmer shades. So I wanted to have some options in my toolkit that are more like for my undertone. So I wanted to get more of an everyday shade. This is a cool toned taupe from my understanding, and I wanted the shimmery kind of glittery finish because I'm just a sparkly kind of gal. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it feels so creamy. The few times I have used an eyeshadow stick, I found them a bit more dry, which has made me struggle to blend, but this does feel quite creamy, though a bit more waxy versus like the moussey texture of a pot cream shadow. Okay, is that eye blended?
Yes, very well.
Okay, definitely not quite as easy to work with as the pot shadows, but I really like this and I will continue to use it. There we go. 2 more products left and we are done this full face of Fenty. I got one of the mascaras. I got a mini just to try it out. You guys know, if you've watched any of my makeup videos, I've talked a lot about the fact that I find mini mascaras are so much easier to work with. Because the wand is short, it allows my hand to be closer to my lashes, which I personally find really helpful. This is once again one of those, it cannot stand up except maybe on its, it can stand up on its handle. It cannot stand up on its bottom because the shape actually really reminds me. Let's see if it's the same. Yeah, it's actually the same as the concealer, but the top is different. So again, even though they're the same shape, I would still be able to tell which one's which. And the mascara has like a little logo, it feels like, on the top. And I was able to feel the wand from the tester. And it feels like the wand is pretty fat, which can be difficult to work with. But it felt like straight and quite uniform. I do not like the curved wands. I find those tricky to work with. This is the mascara I'm currently using, and it is Bad Gal Lash from Benefit. I love Benefit's mascaras. I find their wands and their formulas really easy to work with. It's very straight and like uniform and narrow versus this is this wand. Oh.
It's very short.
Oh, this is weird though, because...
Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Hold that because you can't put it on its side.
Major problem here. Obviously, most people don't need 2 hands to do mascara. I do because of my technique where I pinch the bridge of my nose, which allows me to make sure that I don't do the classic blind makeup lover challenge of mascara, like we always seem to get it blobbed on our noses. So I always put my tube down. I wonder if the full size is the same shape. I would assume it is.
Yeah, probably. I think it was just a little longer.
I'm just going to put it on its side. Knowing mascara, it shouldn't leak out.
Or do you want to just hand it to me?
Nope. Because if I was alone, this is how I would have to do it. So we got to test it. So we will see if it leaks out.
Move it a bit to the left. Yep, that's good.
Okay. We're going to pinch. My boyfriend makes fun of me for my mascara face, but I was like, trust me, we all do it. The universal opening of the mouth, the awkward mouth open, it's like, that's just the mascara face. Okay, we nailed it with eye number 1. We will see with eye number 2. I'm not going to put you through that torture. We will see you when both eyes are done. But look at that blob. That would have been on my face. Okay, did it leak at all?
Nope. Oh God, you're really testing it.
Yeah, I gotta test it. This is for science.
Nope.
Amazing. Yeah, okay, so even though you can't stand it up, you should still be able to lay it flat on its side. It feels scary and risky, but it seemed to work out. I mean, I literally shook it upside down onto my vanity and nothing came out. It's because of that thick mascara formula. And there's like the stopper inside. Okay, I'll see you when this one's done. Well, I will keep experimenting with this mascara, but thus far, day 1, I only did 1 coat on each. I usually do 2, but I didn't want to go through the trouble, I'll be honest. Oh, sticker. There we go. Also a new product. There's so many Fenty lip products, and they all go viral, I feel like, and it's hard to keep up. I have so many lip oils and lip glosses, but I am obsessed with a formula like this. The Gloss Bomb Stick. I'm obsessed with formulas like this, which combines like lipstick, lip gloss, lip balm. That's my vibe. I want the comfort of a lip balm, I want the payoff of a lipstick, and I want the shine of a lip gloss, all in one product. I love the Hyaluronic Happy Kiss by Charlotte Tilbury. I love these YSL ones. That's just my favorite go-to. I picked this shade, which is Riri, not just for the name, but I was hoping kind of for a fall berry type of shade, because it's just like, I'm lacking it, and it's something I keep wanting to reach for now that it's fall. So we will see. I was also really curious about the hibiscus shade. So if I do like this formula, I might have to pick that up before the sale ends. Also, love the shape of it. The one thing that would make it easier is it's more of like a snap off. I find the magnetic ones are a lot easier for people with kind of any strength issue. But I do like the shape of this packaging because, again, it's going to stand out compared to any other lipstick I have. And when I knock it over, it won't roll away from me. Let's give this a go. Definitely giving that like almost like lip mask texture. It's almost melty in consistency.
It's really nice. I really like the color.
Yeah, color looks good.
Yeah, didn't she describe it as like a raspberry type thing?
Yes.
Is that what she said? Yeah, I would say that. But it's like nice and dark. It's really similar to the color of what the outfit you're wearing.
That's why I wore this outfit, because I wanted the blush and this lipstick to complement this type of color palette for fall.
Yeah, it really does. It's very fall energy. It's a very like saturated color, like it's very pigmented.
Ooh, okay, love that, because say something like the Hyaluronic Hapicus and the YSL aren't that pigmented. They're definitely lighter on pigmentation. This one feels as thick, as hydrating, as comfortable, and as melty as those textures, but sounds like we're getting more color payoff. I just finished filming, but I realized I did something that like half of you might not know what I did, and it looks gross. I stuck my finger in my mouth. And that is because it like takes off the lipstick from the inner rim of your lips, so that way you don't get lipstick transferring on your teeth, or you're at least less likely to. And with something as creamy as this, especially because it's pigmented, I want to make sure I don't get that transfer. Actually, now that we're here, this reminds me of one of my absolute all-time favorite lippies, which is a drugstore product. Is that the front?
That's the front.
I have this in multiple shades. It is the Revlon Vinyl HD lipstick. This is so good. This is so pigmented. The more I have this on my lips, these are reminding me of one another. I'd say every single product here, honestly, I think was a win. There's no product that I feel like, oh, I'll just return that. Like, I'm very happy with this full face. Big fan of Fenty. Oh my God, I can't believe it took me this long to try it. Some of these things, like the eyeshadow stick and this lippy, I truly am so pleased. I will be a returning customer to Fenty. Already loved the brand from afar. Just the founder, queen, the branding, everything about it I've always loved. And now I can say I wholeheartedly love the products as well. Please let me know if there are any products from Fenty, either Fenty Skin or Fenty Beauty, that I did not try that you're like, girl, it's a must. Get that in your cart right now. And until next time, you can click over here to see my Rare Beauty video, or over here to watch a non-beauty related video. Love you guys.